We always put the people first. Let's get it. Yeah. Yo, welcome back. We about to get into the state of the supply chain. We about to listen to a CEO in the supply chain business talk about what's going on in the industry. Let's look into it.
For a lot of S&P 500 companies, as we've seen rates hit their highest level since the great financial crisis, what are your customers telling you about the impact that these higher rates are having on their business?
Right now, what we're seeing is customers are being thoughtful about this softer macro environment, these higher interest rates. But we're also seeing no end of big, strategic, transformational projects that are going to hit in later years, 24, 25. And also, we're helping our customers with tactical projects.
So basically what he's saying, yeah, people ain't spending money, but he's saying, yeah, they not spending money on all the BS, but they spending money on what it's going to count on. That's what I'm getting from this. He's saying money's still getting spent. It might not be as much as it used to be, but he's saying it's still getting spent and on meaningful projects that's going to make people a lot of money.
Helping them lower down costs, manage this environment, and that, in the end, is good for them, good for the consumer.
All right, so yesterday you announced an expansion of your GXO Direct product. That's basically a warehousing solution. It allows companies, especially retail companies, to move their product closer to consumers. What are you hearing about warehousing demand? We're hearing a lot of retail companies say they're trying to work down their inventory, in other cases trying to right size it and get the products that people want instead of things that were in vogue last year. What are you hearing when it comes to inventory levels?
Yeah, across all of our business, inventory levels, they've moderated. All those supply chain difficulties that we've experienced over the past 2 years, they've dissipated away. Goods and...
You hear that? Yeah. All the supply chain issues are over. All that running out of toilet paper and all that stuff, he's saying that's over. Stuff is in stock. We probably got an abundance of inventory now. So yeah, they trying to find ways to get rid of all this stuff that we been backlogged on for the last 2-3 years because of the pandemic. But yeah, he's saying we back to normal. Supply levels is high. It's an abundance of everything.
Now evenly flowing from manufacturing into our warehouses and of course out to the consumer. But you know, a lot of customers, they've taken heed of these difficulties over the past 2 years, and in fact they're more nearshoring product, bringing goods and services closer to the consumer.
All right, so you're hitting on nearshoring. I'm going to call them your sister company, RXO, actually announced a new project where they're opening up space right on the border of Texas and Laredo to kind of help out companies that are trying to do this nearshoring and also just the general U.S.-Mexico trade. What are you hearing from your customers? Let's specifically talk about your blue chip customers. We just mentioned them a moment ago, Nike, Apple, Verizon, et cetera, about their efforts to supply closer to the United States, specifically in Mexico.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of added value services are being moved closer to the consumer. We're seeing that across a whole range of our customers, not just...
So they bringing stuff back to the consumer. They want stuff to be able to get to their consumers fast. You don't want to have to wait on the water for China or wherever we ordering our stuff for to come over the water. We putting it in Mexico, South America, North America. We bringing stuff back. We almost sound like we trying to get back to make America great again, if you ask what I'm saying, but we're not finna go there. But yeah, moving your products closer to your consumers always makes sense.
Just here in North America, we're seeing it in Europe. Textile products being moved into Turkey, where we can do overland transport into the consumer, big markets in Western Europe and the UK.
All right, so you're touching on what's going on in Europe right now. I want to ask you, we're seeing a softening of the freight markets, the warehousing markets here in the United States. Are we seeing something similar over in Europe, or are their freight markets recovering a bit faster than ours?
Freight markets are okay in Europe, recovering, but you know, consumer demand, that's the acid test. In the UK, it's the most moderated of the markets that we're operating in. Consumers are still wrestling with high levels of wage inflation, energy inflation, but across the rest of our European business, big markets, France, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, in fact, they're performing pretty well.
There you have it. That's a little glimpse into the supply chain and how the world is shaping out. So pay attention.